Wotherspoon. That's good play, that's why he's been brought on. It's a good run by Wotherspoon. That was good play from Hibs. Wotherspoon was brought on to try and ignite their performance. We got away from Chris Smith. Really good play. It was always rising though when he hit it. Very much worth the effort from David Wotherspoon though. Oh, free kick against Campbell and Trackis. Contentious decision, at least according to the Ayr United defender. But we all know what Derek Riordan's capable from this kind of distance. This kind of range is his speciality. Surely Riordan will go for a goal. He does. Straight at the keeper, really did dive for it there. Crawford at the expense of a corner. He's worked the keeper. That's what you say is the first thing you should do. Short corner. Oh, good play by Galbraith. Couldn't find a teammate. And away with it was Woodburn. Comes in a throw. And there's Colin Calderwood with 6 minutes to go at Easter Road. Hibernian 0, Ayr United 0. 5 minutes to go. Galbraith side down, gets back to his feet. Galbraith will continue. Hibs coming forward. Riordan's in, no flag. Good save, Crawford. Still they come. Galbraith. The last minute or two. McBride. Tico. It's too high for Trackis. It is a corner though, no. And suddenly the natives have woken up. There was no flag against Derek Riordan as this came through. He's denied by the keeper, though he didn't catch it as he would have liked to have. It's a good save from Crawford. Did what he had to do. He's having a tortuous time as Hibernian manager. No flag, this is Andy Rogers. He's on his own. Still it's Rogers, can he get away from Grounds? It's Rogers! Oh, it's wide! Mark Brown saved that! Oh, Rogers can't believe it. The home fans boo. They have been shocked by the performance of Ayr anyway, but this would really have put the cat amongst the pigeons. It's a good deflection before it got to Brown. It's a terrific save from Mark Brown. He's just kept Hibs in the cup. There is the full-time whistle. You can see what that means to Brian Reid. It will be a replay on Wednesday week at Somerset between Ayr and Hibernian. And Ayr have had the best chances in this game. Hibs did clock the Ayr crossbar in the second half. But that man there, Andy Rogers, almost won it right at the end for Ayr United. It was denied by a great save from Mark Brown. Another Ayr hero there, David Crawford, the goalkeeper. He made a late save from Derek Riordan. He pulled off an important piece of goalkeeping to deny Hibs. It's the boos ringing out though from the home fans. Brian Reid and Colin Calderwood shook hands at the end as Calderwood shakes hand with all his players coming off. It finishes here at Easter Road. A terrific, if goalless, cup tie. Hibs 0, Ayr United 0. Brian, firstly we saw your reaction at the end. You looked absolutely delighted. What was your take on that cup tie?
Oh, obviously delighted. I felt the players performed magnificently today from the first minute to the last. We frustrated them, and if anything, we actually maybe had a couple of clear-cut chances ourselves. The one, the pass back, and Ryan McCann just maybe had sclaffed it, you know. So I felt we put on a decent performance, and as I say in there, we're obviously pleased to get the replay.
We didn't deserve to win, and you know, in the end, a bit of fairness that we end up getting a draw. Terrific performance and attitude by the Ayr players, and sort of outworked us and outran us in one or two occasions. But credit to my boys that we didn't make the ultimate mistake by conceding a goal, so we'll take that as a wee benefit. But overall, way below where we want to be and what we want to progress to.
So how disappointing is that for you then?
Well, it's, you know, it's not the result we wanted.
Gutted, obviously, didn't score. But you know, at least we've got a chance to go and, you know, hopefully turn them over at our place.
Yeah, you wouldn't be wanting to watch that one back, no?
No. I've put away, harder chances. You'll be delighted when you're able to leave the dugout after a game and not hear the booing coming from the stands. What did you make of that?
No.
What did you make of that, though?
It's normal. Listen, it's you have to accept that when your performances don't get the first goal and don't get you ahead in the game. So it's just part and parcel of it.
I don't know if that was a flak jacket he was wearing in the technical area. He's had to take plenty of stick, Davey, hasn't he, in a short time, your former Scotland teammate. 2 wins in 12 as the Hibs manager. One of them, of course, was against your team at Ibrox, 3-0 that night, and I guess from there you expected Hibs would kick on.
Well, they played very well that night, and they thoroughly deserved to beat us that night, so there's obviously talent there, and I'm sure given time, Colin, will get it out of them, but, as we all know now, managers don't get a lot of time, and I'm sure Colin will be trying to get some results quickly.
Will Hibs stick with him, Pat, or is there a danger they will yield to the pressure and coming from the stands?
I can't imagine they would get rid of him this early. He has to get a chance to stamp his own personality in the team, and obviously if it's during the transfer window he may get the opportunity to do that with bringing some new faces in, and certainly I think he may be considering looking for a centre forward, someone who can actually put the ball in the net, because I think they're very reliant on Derek Radden. Derek's a very, very good player. I mean, he's the most two-footed player arguably in the Scottish game. So when the ball actually falls to him in the box and there's chances, you expect him to finish, but not like that. Once again, he gets himself into good positions, but it's just not happening for that. The keeper, David Crawford, does really well there. He's brave, he gets out and he makes it difficult for him, and it is a great ball from Zamama. But with a kind of mixture of bad luck and maybe not timing this ball as well, it's just not worked for Derek Radden, and they're very reliant on him. And even when the balls were falling for the other player who's played well for Hibs this year, I just think they just didn't take the chances that were going to fall for him, but then the belief starts going away. Here, I don't think Derek Radden does anything wrong. Gets on target, get a little chance there. So you've got bad luck, you've got loss of form, and then your player who's your talisman, who's two-footed, then starts going a little bit deeper. I think Derek Radden likes to do that, but on this occasion he gets through 1-on-1 with goal, and you think, well, are you going to actually get it clean on target? I don't think he catches the well there as well.
That run from Galbraith deserved a finish, didn't it, from Derek Radden? But hats off to Davy Crawford, the goalkeeper for United. Davy, an underdog needs the goalkeeper to play well, and he did today.
You do. I think in that occasion, when you're going to a team who, are obviously divisions above you, then you do need a little bit of luck, and, Derek didn't have his shooting boots on today, but we all know, what quality he's got, and, 9 times out of 10 in those situations you'd expect him to go in, but today wasn't his day, but, we all know that, it won't last for too long.
At the other end of the pitch for Ayr, they couldn't have really dreamed of going to Easter Road and creating more chances and better chances to score.
Yeah, they did. They probably, I think there was quite a lot of chances in the game, and they obviously had their fair share of them as well, and just, that was very close there, and, a couple of things just never went their way, but, they put on a good performance, and obviously Brian Reid's very happy with them and the way they've played today, so, credit to them. It shows you there is talent in the lower divisions, and, it's nice to see them coming and, in a big day like that, putting in a good performance and offering something at the other end as well.
Second division against the SPL, this would have to be up there for team of the day, wouldn't it, Ayr United?
Yeah, and maybe
get helped out by Francis Dico here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was absolutely dreadful. It's comedy defending, unless you happen to be a Hibs fan, I can tell you. But they chased the ball down. That's a good thing all the way through. I think McCann and McLaughlin, particularly, they had chances themselves, and this is a particularly good effort in McLaughlin, when it just goes over the crossbar, and I don't think Matt Brown was going to get to that either, and they kept on going. That was the great thing about them. They were put in the back foot quite a few times by how, when they had an opportunity to break up the park, they got up there, they had a bit of quality, and they broke in some numbers as well, but this was the real moment, the moment of the game, arguably. Great takedown from substitute there, Rogers, and watch this little dummy here, left foot, right foot, 3 defenders around him, and it takes a brilliant save by Matt Brown.
Good effort that from Andy Rogers. And then a question to be answered here. Davy, should they have had a penalty?
I don't think it was. Pat and I were speaking about it, and Pat's the opposite opinion, but I've got it back to defend.
This is the wrong way around here. I'm the striker, and I'm saying that I think that's, as if it's on the line where he hits the player, not where the ball is, where he hits the player. I think Mark Roberts gets himself on the line there, so I think Hibs got away with that one there. Mark Roberts knew what he was doing. He's a clever player, had a very, very good game today. But I think there's a very, very good argument there for a penalty kick for Ayr United.
The guy beside you still doesn't look convinced, I have to say.
I don't think the player was in the box. The ball was in the box. I can't give a penalty for that pattern.
What about the replay, Davy? Somerset Park is a classic arena, isn't it, for a cup tie? And Hibs will get it tough. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Well, that will be a typical cup tie. I played down there many years ago, and you'll definitely get the atmosphere. They'll be up for it, and they'll have a right go there. So Hibs will have a fight in their hands. So it'll be a test for them. But with the quality they've got, then they've got to be confident.
We all know about your soft spot for Hibs, Pat. Here's a question for you. Why can't they score? Is the answer fairly simple? Is it 2 words? Is it Anthony Stokes?
Yes, or a striker. A striker who's a natural striker. Calderwood must know this himself. Hibs get themselves into great positions. That's a really good ball in, but you've not got a natural striker getting in front of defenders. They're putting dangerous balls across the box, but getting that goal scoring zone, that one right there, where a Chris Boyd or a Kenny Miller, whatever, would get in front of the striker and the defender and put it in. And Hibs just don't have that at the moment. Look at this, ball's in the middle. Zamama's the only one in a vague goal scoring area. Now you want a natural striker there. I mean, Derek Radden is a good goal scorer when he gets chances, but he's not a natural 6-yard box striker. And I think they missed this. Great ball here from Radden, fantastic, but he's the striker that you want. Duffy's a good player, may well come on to accept that when he gets his chance. But who's killing themselves to get in there, into that near post there? And I think that man knows that that's something that's missing. I mean, the Hibs fans could have forgotten all about this. If you ever had Anthony Stokes still at that club in that game this afternoon, I reckon Hibs get 3 goals. And that's the difference at this level.
But it would be wrong, wouldn't it, to concentrate too much on what went wrong for Hibs, because Brian Reid will feel good tonight about his plan that he laid out for Easter Road, which came off almost perfectly.
Yeah, I think you've got to give them great credit. Often you find that, after an hour, 70 minutes, the teams from the lower divisions start to tire, but you could see in the game that, Ayr United were still offering something at the other end as the game went on, and that's great credit to them, great credit to their fitness, and they've obviously got a good spirit that they're prepared to, grind on and keep going and make it very difficult for Hibs in a game you'd expect them to win.